Hello, and welcome back to Learning English Fast with me, Eli, your host for this podcast. Thank you so much for watching or listening to me today. As usual, the transcript is down in the description, as well as a vocabulary list for any of you who want to practice your English with me. All right. So today's topic is about fear. Fear. I believe there are so many different kinds of fear in the world. I have some fears, you have some fears. And I know there's so many different kinds. I was doing some research and I found that in the world, there are three fears that are the top three. Do you know what they are? I'll tell you. Number three is the fear of snakes. The fear of snakes. Isn't that interesting? People fear snakes. Of course, they're creepy, they're on the ground, they go around. The second fear people are scared of is, do you know? The fear of death. Many people are scared of dying. And I think that's true. Of course, some people don't know where they will go after they die, and they have a fear of the unknown. And what do you think? What is the number one biggest fear in the world? You don't know? I'll tell you. The number one biggest fear is public speaking. That means speaking in front of many people, speaking in public. That's crazy. Some people would rather die than speak in public to people around them. But I understand. When I was younger, I had a very big fear as well of public speaking. I was always so shy. I would never want to talk to people, or if there were so many people watching me, I would never want to speak with them because it's so embarrassing. My legs would shake, my body would shake, my voice would, what would be like this? And so I had no confidence. But when I was in high school, I joined a debate club, a club where us together, we had to learn how to debate each other, how to argue with each other. And also, I took a public speaking class. And in the class, a teacher came and she explained to us and gave us different types of advice on how to speak in public, like where we should look, what should we think about, how often we should look at the people, how often we should look at our notes. And it was so useful in giving me confidence in speaking in front of many different people. But even now, if I have to talk in front of many people, I still feel nervous. And now in Japan, it's even worse because in English right now, if I speak in English, it's no problem. I have confidence. But if I speak in Japanese to a group of people, my confidence is like gone because, it's a language that I'm learning. I'm not perfect in the language yet. I don't have a lot of confidence in it. But that's okay. The more I practice, the more confident I will get. It's the same for English. The more you practice, the more confident you will get. Yeah, but one of the activities or strategies or ways that the teacher gave us for public speaking is imagine everybody is in their underwear. And so that way you don't feel embarrassed because you imagine that the people are, they have no clothes on. Or another advice was, oh, imagine that all the people are potatoes. They're just potatoes. But the best advice that she gave me was just look at the very back of the room. Don't look at the people. Look behind the people. And so, whenever I would public speak, I wouldn't look at the people directly. I would just look over them, way past them, to the door behind the seats. And that gave me confidence because to the people, it looks like I'm looking at them, but actually, I'm looking behind them. And so they feel like, wow, Eli, he's a really good speaker. He's looking at me, but I'm not. I was so shy and so embarrassed. Another fear I had when I was younger was the fear of heights. Oh, whenever we were on a bridge going over the water, I felt so scared. Like, oh no, we're going to die. We're going to fall. Of course, we never fell. I did not die. And whenever we would go to like a swimming pool, they have these diving boards. You guys know? It's where you go to the edge of this big long board. You can jump on the board and jump from the board into the water. And even though the diving board, it's not that high, and the water, it's is not that far away. In my mind, it felt so high. It felt so scary. And so I did not want to jump into the water. I was always scared of the diving board. And when I'm in the water, if the water is so deep, even if it's a swimming pool, I feel like, oh no, a shark is going to eat me. I had that fear all the time. Another fear I had was also the fear of spiders. Oh, I hate spiders. Even now, I'm not scared of spiders anymore, but I still hate them. If I see a spider, I always kill it. Always. I hate spiders. When I was young, I remember I was watching TV and I was sitting on the floor eating some cereal. When I'm sitting on the floor, I feel something go over my arm. And I look, it's a big daddy long leg spider. I was so scared. I was like, ah! And it ran over my arm. Oh my gosh. It was horrible. And the spiders, it wasn't, in my mind, it was big, but it wasn't that big. And it wasn't dangerous either, but it gave me so much fear. But how did I overcome these fears? What did I do to get over these fears? So, for the first fear, public speaking, I took the class that helped me. For the second fear, the fear of heights. I lived in India, and in India, I lived on the mountain. So when you're driving on a car, or when you're on a bus in the Indian mountain, there's no protection on the road. There's no wall. There's no rail. So if the bus falls, it's over. So on the high mountain, there's no protection on the road. I just have to trust God I won't die. And so my fear of heights went away. Also, for spiders, India also helped me too. In my room one day, I was about to go to sleep and I looked on my wall and there was a spider the size of my hand. My hand is pretty big. I don't know if you can see it. And it was on the wall. And I looked up. Ah! I took my sandal or my shoe and I was going to kill it. So I looked down, I grabbed my sandal, I looked up. The spider was gone. Oh my goodness. I couldn't find it. It was gone. They were so fast and they were so big. And I had to go to bed. I couldn't find it. I had to sleep. And it was so difficult because I know, the spider is in here somewhere. I can't find it. So I went to bed. And the next morning, when I went to the bathroom, I saw it. The spider was on the wall in the bathroom. I took some water and I sprayed the water on the spider and then I killed it. Yay! But after that, my fear of spiders went away because the spiders there are so big. And so now, if I see any spider here in Japan, no problem. I kill. I always kill. I have some friends that say, Eli, no! You have to catch the spider and let the spider go outside. No. If a spider is in my home, it's my home, this is my area. It's not the spider's area. He has to go. Not go outside. He has to go to heaven. He has to die. And so I kill the spiders, yeah. But what about for you guys? Those of you watching right now, what are your fears? What are some things that you're scared of? Are you scared of public speaking? Are you scared of spiders? Are you scared of snakes? Tell me. I want to know. Write them down in the comments below, all right? So again, thank you so much for listening or watching this podcast today. And remember, I also have a special one-on-one English class for any of you who want to level up your English with me. That's also down in the description below. So anyway, thank you so much for watching and keep doing your best with your English, okay? I will see you later. Bye-bye.